Okay, good morning and welcome to a video by Antiques Arena. My name's Walter Neal. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles and flip them for a profit. I've been doing quite a few lives lately, but unfortunately one or two spammers have really got it in for the channel. So I'm going to go back to filming like this and just do the occasional live. Although they were fabulous for while I was shutting the shop down and really short of time because I didn't need no editing. I could just come live and I got to interact with everybody, which was fabulous. However, there's a distinct purpose behind today's video. Now, I am working on getting a video out this week on how to identify painting on porcelain as opposed to prints. That'll be out now in a few days. But the purpose of today's video is I'm always putting out really nice quality antiques, and I get a lot of people come back and say, we'd love to buy the antiques you buy, but we just haven't got the money to lay out, or we're just starting out. So today I'm going to show you what you can buy for less than £2 or less than $3 at the car boot sale. Every item except for one, which I paid proper money for, has come in for less than £2 or less than $3. Every single item. There is one expensive item that I'm putting in because I want to share it with you because it's absolutely beautiful and they come in at the same car boot sale. But it goes to show that there really are some bargains to be had at the car boot sales. Now, I went to a sully. Now, a car boot sale, you basically put your stuff in the back of your car, drive to a field, and you sell out of the boot or trunk. Now, I went to a massive field car boot sale down by Barry Island this week in Sully. And there must have been 500 cars selling. It was huge. And I had a little stroll around first thing in the morning and bought some beautiful things. Then I sold all day and done okay. But I then walked around at the end and bought quite a lot of stuff off one stall that said everything on the table was £1 an item. So that then brings you back into another little debate of should you be early at a car boot sale or should you go late? Because I bought some spectacular things first thing in the morning, and I also had some really good things at the end for no money at all. So that's maybe another debate for another film. But either way, I've got things to share with you that come in cheap from the beginning of the day and things that come in cheap at the end of the day. So shall we get started? Now, I'm excited to share with you what I've bought. So I'm going to screen share and we're going to get going. So I really hope you enjoy, and please feel free to comment, join in, let me know what your favorites are and so forth. But yeah, today's all about showing you what you can get for little money. Okay, actually, I'm going to take that off a second. We're going to start off with a plate. Now, I don't buy a lot of plates as a rule. However, this one is quite special. I covered the back on purpose because I wanted people to have a little guess as to who this is. Now, this is a Danish pottery plate, or porcelain plate, pottery plate, and it is by Nymol, and it is designed by Jacob E. Bang. And basically, you have Adam and Eve in the garden with the serpent, but it is entitled Adam and the Two Serpents. So basically, they're calling Eve a serpent and the snake a serpent. So yeah, quite cool. And then obviously the tree of life. Everything you need to know is there on the reverse. So quite simple. Nymol, Denmark, Adam and the Two Serpents, Deco, Jacob E. Bang, 3251-166. Everything you needed to know is on there. This plate is in beautiful, perfect condition. No damage at all. Now this came in the morning. This was a morning buy. And this came in for a whole £2 sterling, $3. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit about the type of monies that Jacob E. Bang and Nymol sell for. First of all, there isn't a sold version of this plate on eBay. Let me share, screen share. So there isn't a sold version. This, however, is one that's actually currently up for sale, which is £84.23 or $114. This one's in blue. Mine is in a sepia or brown. And they are the identical plate by Jacob E. Bang, Adam and the Two Serpents. So you can see there already, if I was to just go off his price, I'm in a substantial profit. Now, this Nymole is all over the place. Now, I've done a search for Nymole, and you can see people are asking good money, 143. Bjorn Wimblad obviously worked from as well, because they're showing Bjorn Wimblad for Nymole. There's loads here for, well, there's quite a lot of designers, but you can see the types of monies they pull. There's a lot of Bjorn Wimblad on, yeah? You can see the monies they pull in, but I know what you're saying. You're saying these are asking prices, not sold prices. So I came across, and the actual sold prices here are very, very poor. Now, the only ones sold are by Bjorn Wimblad. There's none by this Jacob E. Bang. They're all Bjorn Wimblad, all the way down. And they go all the way down to little money. If I come over to Jacob E. Bang, who designed the plate I have, he worked for Home Guard and things, making glass as well. He was a very, very important designer and engineer. And look at some of the money he pulls on some of his pieces from Home Guard and things. You know, £400 on a teapot, lighting. There's a Jacob E. Bang piece. I've actually searched just Jacob E. Bang pottery now in a moment for you. Bear with me a second. There we go. So I just wanted to share with you some of the prices that he was pulling, because I was shocked when I searched him and found all the prices he was pulling, even on this sort of melting Home Guard hourglass decanter. So then I searched just Jacob E. Bang for Nymole, or Jacob E. Bang pottery, sorry, and I come up with 6. And you can see the sort of monies they're asking. So, and there's that plate of mine. But either way, they are all over the place. But I think you'll agree, for £2 or $3, that was a steal. I've actually listed it at 65 sterling, which is about $90, give or take, on the website already. It's up for sale. So that's what my £2 is turned into. It's going to be £65. And it doesn't matter to me if it sits there for a year, 2 years. It doesn't matter. Eventually it will sell. And for £2 sitting there, what are you going to earn in a bank in a year? So that was my first little buy from the booty. Off the same seller, I purchased this, which is an absolutely stunning Art Deco floral pattern series wear plate by Royal Doulton. Now, everything you need to know is on the back. This is Royal Doulton there. Now, normally they have a D number, which is a pattern number across here, which it doesn't have. And it does have an impressed mark down there. You won't be able to see it tidy, I don't think. There's an impressed date there of 3/8/36, which tells you it was made on the 3rd of the 8th, 1936. That, again, was £2, $3. In lovely condition, no chips, no cracks. Beautiful piece. And I've actually done some research on this one again for you, just to give you an idea. Now, there's none on eBay. So I came over to Google and just done a search. The actual mold number, I found it off the pattern, or the pattern number, sorry, is D5437. So I actually searched it. And if you actually look on Google, there are quite a few of this pattern or variations of this pattern, and they range anything from as low as £20 all the way up, if you look to it for the next one, £70. And it's not a rare occurrence, you know, £20 by there, £35, £70, £70. But if you click on the £20 one, view product, oh, there you go. You can see there, D5437. There's the mold number there. Did you save on this one? Yeah, it just says no chips, cracks. So, yeah, the prices are all over the place. When I looked on eBay, I actually couldn't find any of those. But you can see where I'm coming from with those. They range anything from £20 all the way up to £70, depending on who's selling them. Now, I've actually listed it at £45. So again, for my £2 was a very good buy. And again, it will sell. So it just goes to show you that you can actually find some real good gems for very little money. Them two come off the same stall. Off the stall opposite, still early on, I purchased 2 pairs of pewter cufflinks. And you're probably thinking, well, why would you buy pewter cufflinks? That's the first pair. Almost like a fish sort of skeleton type look to them. And that is the second pair. Now, if you take a look at the case, they are by Jorgen Jensen. And these are signed. But unfortunately, they're pewter, not silver. It clearly states on the box anyway, Danish pewter. Now, the first set are signed in the original box. These are not signed. Now, I have done a Google search, and I'm confident these are also Danish, even though they're not signed. But I'm going to show you the signed examples in just a second, if you bear with me. Cufflinks. Let me just double check I'm sharing. Yes. Okay, so this is the Jorgen Jensen cufflinks. Beautiful pair of cufflinks. They're stamped on the back Denmark, and they also have, you see this sort of funny JJ, almost looks like a moustache. That is the Jorgen Jensen symbol and number 170. The other pair are, in my opinion, again Danish. They are good quality, no marks, but real good top quality, and I'm confident they're also Danish. Now, I purchased those again at Sully for a whole £2 for the 2, so that's £1 each, £1 each, $1.50 a pair. Now, even if it was only the 1 pair, you know, it wouldn't make any difference, but these are the prices they're asking on eBay. Bear with me a second. I'm hoping I'm still screen sharing. Yes, I am. So these are the prices people are asking for Jorgen Jensen, not Jorgen Jensen, pewter cufflinks. There's a difference between the two. And you can see they're asking decent money, you know, £33 all the way up to $89.99 for a pair of pewter Danish cufflinks. Sold prices weren't as impressive. There was a pair sold for £9.5 and another pair for £35. However, I then decided to just search Jorgen Jensen Danish, or Jorgen Jensen pewter, sorry, just to see what he did and what sort of monies he was pulling. And a pair of earrings, pewter earrings, sold for £146, £100 for a necklace, £75. You can see there's types of money. A little brooch there, £57. I just wanted to have a little look, see what sort of monies he was pulling in his pewter. And it is nothing wrong with it at all. You know, it's pulling fair money. But again, they were £1 and they were £1. So for £2, I've actually listed these again. These I've actually listed at 65 and these I've listed at 30. So that's £95 for my £2 return. So, and they got the name behind them. Whether they sell or not doesn't make much difference to me on the website at the moment. I'm building it up and I'm over the moon. That was it for my morning buys. Then I sold throughout the day and I done very well. There's absolutely thousands and thousands of people going through Sully at this moment in time, and they are willing to spend some money. So at the end of the day, I actually went for a walk around and I come across a stall. I'll show you this one. This isn't the cheap item. I purchased this larger item first, but it opened the door for me. So this is what I've bought. I have bought a really nice, I can't even read it. I haven't got my glasses on, that's why I can't read it. Bear with me a second. I knew it was Perkins ship's lamp. Now this has got the red lens. It has actually got the Perkins brass label on there too. There you go, Perkins brass label. Now this one has been converted into taking electric. Now bear in mind, they haven't drilled holes or anything like that. They've just gone straight in from the underneath, which I believe was already there anyway. And it works. So you got a really nice large ship's light or navigation lamp or a real lamp. It's a ship's light with a red lens. And I'm going to show you it lit up now. Now I did pay a bit of money for this. They started off the day asking £100. When I walked around in the morning, I saw the light. And they wanted £100 for it. This is the light. And I walked around then again at the end of the day and they still had it. There's the Perkins Lamp. Brooklyn, New York, USA. They haven't done a bad job at all converting it. And then, that's it lit. It gives off quite a glow, I'll give you that. But it is absolutely stunning when it's lit. It's a beautiful lamp. And I used a bit of flash as well just to show you it. But actually up and working, fully done. And when I walked around at the end of the day, they were still asking £100 for it. And I actually said to them, are you interested in an offer? And they said, yeah, make us an offer because we're not taking nothing home. And they said, well, how about 50 quid? And they took it. They bit my arm off, to be totally honest with you. So I purchased the light, ship's light, Perkins ship light for £50. That's the only expensive thing in the entire video. Hello, darling. Hey, you come here. Come on in. Up. Come say hello. Look at this. Here's my little girl. Oh. What are you doing up here? You shouldn't be upstairs, you do. Go on, down. That's my fault for leaving the stairgate open. Down then. Go on. Down, please. Downstairs. Go on. You're going to get me in trouble. Don't look at me in the car. Right. So, yeah, that was the only expensive thing I bought. However, when I bought the lamp and handed over the £50, she went, you can have anything on the tables for £1 an item. She gave me a box and said, fill the box up and it will be £1 an item. So shall we get started? Let's start off with an absolute beautiful 1940s, 30s, 40s. Unfortunately, brown colour would have been spectacular, but it probably wouldn't have still been there. Bakelite pillar lamp. You put a nice shade on that, you got yourself a beautiful, elegant lamp. I've done photos of this, you can actually see it tidy. But for £1 sterling, $1.50, it is an absolute gift. Bakelite. There we go. So here's the lamp. You can see it's absolutely stunning. I like the mottled effect on the brown as well. It is a nice dipped base, almost like a candlestick base. So we've got a nice lamp ready to go. All it needs is a bulb and a shade. It's actually got, looking at that there, made in England. Well, we knew that anyway. Okay, so it's not made in England. But yeah, we got a sort of 1930s or 40s Bakelite lamp. That was the first thing for £1. Now, I can tell you now, I'm going to be probably asking about £35 for that. I'd guess. I haven't done the research on that one yet because when I searched Bakelite lamp, I come up with 1,500 lamps. But depending on how it looks, if I put a shade on it, it's going to be something like £35, £45. There's the dog going nuts at the postman. Sorry. So that's the first. Next one we have is another lamp. But this one is carved or polished stone, and it says Cornish Serpentine. I've got a better photos for you to see the actual marbling effect in the stone. Is beautiful. It is proper drilled one there with the fittings. Let me share that with you. back, and we want Cornish Serpentine. There it is. So this is the Serpentine lamp. The photographs are only quickly knocked up just for you to see them. These are not the photographs I'm going to be using on the website. And there's Strangle, my dog. So there you can see there beautifully the colouring and the veining in the Serpentine. It is absolutely beautiful. For a polished Cornish Serpentine tail lamp or little lamp like that, well, to be honest with you, I'm absolutely over the moon. I did actually do a look for some Serpentine lamps, actually. So obviously you've got the Lighthouse lamps that I shared with you before. You know, people asking £1,000 for a lighthouse and all the way down to 250. Now I bought one of these, I think it was about a year ago, something like that, and shared it with you. I sold mine, no problem at all. So these Serpentine Lighthouses, now they sell well. You can see here, small Serpentine Cornish lamps, £80. There's another one underneath here, 78. Another one there, 78, 75. People are asking good money for small lamps. Now, this is about the size of those two there. It fits in your hand, and it's a nice weight and a nice size. Again, don't forget, it was only £1. Now, selling-wise, these were the closest matches I could get. It was £45 and £44. But again, you know, we're talking a £1 buy again. So that is probably going to be listed at about £40 for that Serpentine lamp base, and they'll have to rewire it, put a brass fitting on there, and put a wire through themselves. I'll just sell it as a base, and I'll ask probably £40 for something like that, £35, £40 again for another £1. This one isn't so special, but I absolutely love it. Now, when you consider we were selling in Sully Island, which is a stone throw from Barry Island, I come up with this sort of 1940s crested way. It's a luster finish on there, but it's a crested way Lucky Heather lion. So it's got Lucky Heather here and Lucky Heather wrote under there. Now, this one is a present from Barry Island. Absolutely love it, Barry Island. Now, we were selling down in Barry, pretty much, and that was still there at the end of the day. No damage on it. Absolutely lovely. Now, it's not, you know, a Goss China or something like that. This one is stamped foreign 4166. Normally, when stuff is stamped foreign, it's because it's German porcelain. However, it makes no odds to me. Beautiful thing. They don't pull fortunes. 10, 15, 20 pound if you're lucky. But because it's Welsh, it's from Barry Island, it will have that bit more desirability. And I've got a few pieces of crested ware from Barry Island, so you never know. I may make up a little Welsh crested ware section and list them as one job lot. But for £1, I certainly wasn't going to leave that there from Barry Island. I used to go on trips. I come from a relatively modest area in the Welsh Valleys. And the clubs or pubs, public houses, they used to run trips for people who used to attend and they drink there. They'd have tickets and the families could attend on day trips provided for by the club, free of charge. And they used to take us down to Barry Island as children, and we'd go down there and we'd have a day down on the beach. So it actually brings back nice, fond memories. So that was quite nice. Okay, I got 3 more pieces to share with you that cost me a whole £1. This next piece is absolutely beautiful. We have got, I'm going to call it a paperweight, because I think that's what it's become. It's on green marble, and it is solid bronze, but it has a memorial on the front of 2 rampant lions, and it's advertising a stitching company. It is absolutely stunning. I got better photos than what you can see here. I've done the photos because it's just so much better than trying to see with the light in and everything else. So this is the front of it. All logs graven, stitching. And then you have Latin writing down the bottom. And you have the 2 rampant lions around the shield with the other lion on. A really nice bronze memorial. Makes a beautiful paperweight. I got some close-ups here. A little bit of, you can see that little bit of green verdigris there in by the lion on the left. That just gives you a little indication that it's got a little bit of age. It's just a really nice quality cast bronze piece. It has got a chip on the corner of the marble there. I was pointing that out, which is neither here nor there. But for £1, that was absolutely beautiful. Now, I love anything with memorials and crests and things like that on anyway. People do actually collect just memorials. Doesn't matter what is on, they collect memorials. But that is a nice desktop paperweight that somebody could actually use and just look the part. And again, cost me £1, and it's probably going to be somewhere around 35, £35 going out. Next piece, unfortunately, I didn't realize it had a little bit of damage, and it would have been such good money if it didn't have the damage. We have an absolute beautiful, let's call it pot metal or pewter ashtray of SS Normandy. Now, unfortunately, it's lost a little bit of its rim here. Let me share the photos with you because it is absolutely gorgeous. SS Normandy. Now, the photos are not great. They don't do it justice at all. When I re-photograph this, it needs to be on a better backing. You can see there you have the SS Normandy ship in the center with all the waves and the other ships at the side. Not actually sure if it's actually in battle, but they're looking at that. There you go. Real nice ashtray. You can see there the damage on the rim, unfortunately, right there. However, I didn't actually see that. When I was at the stall, I was just, yes, 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 yes. Now, I wouldn't have turned it away anyway, because these are really, really good money. Now, by good money, if I come across here, there's a little selection of these SS Normandy ocean liner ashtrays. Now, they say ocean liner, but it was actually used by the military during the war. Or I believe it became a military ship during the war. So, yeah, quite a few of them there. All good money. Left £40, £45, £75, £106. Did I go any souls? No. There weren't any sold, but I put these in because these are SS Normandy as well. And look at that. You've got a green porcelain ashtray, 155, and a frosted glass one, 136. I left them in because they're SS Normandy. I just wanted you to see the price they were pulling, but there wasn't any of these particular ashtrays sold. But look at the prices they would have been. I'd have been asking £50 for this ashtray, no problem at all, bar for the damage. I still think it's worth £20, £25 of anybody's money with that bit of damage. And for £1, that's still a good investment. So I still would have bought it. I'm just a little disappointed that I didn't see the damage on it. However, it's not the end of the world. The dog is still walking around. Let me close those down. Okay, I got one more piece to share with you. And they are Oriental, Chinese, lacquered, I would say, papier-mâché spill vases. Now, these are japanned or black lacquered, whatever you want to call it. They have scenes of the elders, all in gilding. They're actually a lot better than what you were actually seeing on the images here. Really, really nice. They're actually not in bad condition. They were £1 for the pair. Where are they? Chinese lacquer vases. Right, so here's the vases. You can see they're a little rough around the tops. Both of them have got a bit of wear to the lacquer, but you can see the design so much better on the photographs. And they are very nicely painted. These are hand painted on the lacquer. They're not prints. These are hand painted. And they come in literally for £1, so it makes no odds. I love them. They have wear, but they always do have wear. The authentic ones do. I don't think they're worth fortunes, but I certainly think they're worth sort of 10, 15, 20 pound of ours, which would be about, 30 poundish, something like that, in my opinion. And for £1, what more do you want? So I'm hoping that today's video has shown you that you don't need a massive wallet to go out buying quality pieces. Forget the lamp. I've shared that purely because, one, it come in on the same stall as all of this stuff on the same day, and two, because that was my opener, because normally I wouldn't have picked up the stuff. I'd have just carried on walking because she looked the dealer and the stall looked expensive. It was what it was. I was doing a deal with a lamp, and then she just said, "Oh, I'm selling everything off pound a night." I'm going. But if some people do actually shout everything a pound now at the end of the day, things like that. And if they do, you want to go and look at the store. But when you can buy Danish ceramics and jewelry for £1 and £2, you're on a winner. So yeah, I think that, I'm just having a quick check around now. I think that is it. That's pretty much all I had to film from Sunday. It was a good car boot sale. A gentleman came up to me and by the name of Mike White, and we had a nice chat, and he was thanking me for giving him the tip on the Chinese porcelain book by Gerald Davison. They were selling it for like £1,000, £1,500 on Amazon, and the author contacted me and he'd done a reprint, and they were £65. The links and everything are still there in the video. Just run a search, because I actually was given a book and to give away for free as well. So yeah, Mike, it was nice to meet you, and for everyone else who actually took the time to say hello and ask how I was and everything, honestly, thank you very much. There's so many people saying hello when I'm down in Sully. I can't take everybody's names and things and thank everybody individually, but I do appreciate the fact you come across and say hello and introduce yourselves. So yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, I hope everybody's had a good week and hope everyone's well. And I will see you soon. I'm going to make a video now this week. I just got to dig out a couple of pieces of porcelain, and I'm going to show you how to identify the difference between printed porcelain and hand-painted porcelain. So hope you enjoy, and hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's nice to have a nice little haul, to be honest with you. I haven't been buying a lot because I've got so much stock left over from the shop. But when you're buying stuff of this quality for £1 and £2, to be honest with you, you're going to be a fool to leave it there, because let's be honest, it's not always going to be there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.